Welcome to Unit 4. This unit is about food, glorious food, and we'll be exploring the topic in relation to the important value of staying healthy and what we should be eating and doing in order to stay healthy. Before we start the unit, as usual, I'm going to take you very briefly through the map of the unit, which shows you some of the key objectives. Here I have marked in red the unit objectives, and you have a copy of this in your assignment, so remember to have a look at that copy. It's very important because it also is a record of some of the important language we'll be learning. For example, here you can see in each of the different sections on the reader, which I'm going to set you reader tasks in a minute, but also in the unit on My World, Views and Out and About. We can see here important language that we'll be practicing, should and shouldn't, giving advice. What should you eat and what shouldn't you eat? So what advice would you give people for a healthy diet? And in views, we look at quantities, much and many. And here, when we talk about food and talk about making creating a menu, a recipe, what type of quantifier do we use, much or many? So what are the rules for that? And finally, we'll be looking at some and any. When do we use some and any when we're talking about food? And here we look at ordering food in a restaurant. The vocabulary too is very important, and here we have some of the core vocabulary that we'll be looking at in the unit. And remember, when you look at this in the different sections, you can tick it off your map and also revise that before the examination, the evaluation. Here in the reader, we have some important vocabulary related to food, food words and food verbs. Here in My World, we look at words to describe different types of food, and we'll be looking at that together a little bit later on. And here in Views, food verbs, where we look at how we prepare food. And there we have add, chop and fry, and what those words mean. And finally, in Out and About, some adjectives to describe food as well. So we have cold, delicious, mild, salty. So through the unit, we'll be bringing up a very clear picture of what these different words contribute to the topic. Importantly, our topic will also develop a project, and we're working towards very important outcomes. We're going to be finding out what's in the food we eat. We're going to be creating a menu, and we're also going to be ordering food in a restaurant. And the project for this particular unit is a school menu, and you can find that at the very end of your the unit, the last 2 pages. So here are some of the things we'll be working on in our unit. Let's go now though to the reader that you'll be doing before you come to class, and this is very important because this is going to be your task preparation for the class. You'll be reading about an article about healthy eating. Here you can see a picture. Some of these foods will be appearing in the article. Do you know what some of these are? Here, for example, we have tomatoes. So you'll be learning different words to describe foods, potatoes and beans, and here's some fruit, apples. And what about on the left here? What words in English do we use to describe these foods? Here, a pizza, and do you recognize this? What type of food is that? It's not a pizza, is it? It's a hamburger, isn't it? This is fast food. So have a look at this. Have a look at the picture, and 3 questions to think about before you do the reading. Which of these foods should you eat a lot of? So which of these foods are good to eat a lot of? The fresh fruit and vegetables or the fast foods? And the second question, which of them should you eat a little of? So thinking about saying from a different perspective, which should you eat a lot of and which should you eat a little of. And also think, as you're reading through, why is a healthy diet good for you? I'd like you to read through the article about healthy eating. In the article, you're going to find information about a food pyramid and what healthy foods on the food pyramid are. And you'll be also looking at words to describe those pictures that you see on the food pyramid. And also there's another diagram here which shows you what a healthy eating plate is. And here we have why it's important to eat vegetables, grains, and fruits, and also different types of protein, fish, and meat and cheese. So I'd like you to read through, and I'd like you to do activity 1, which is a comprehension. Ask you a series of questions about the text. Activity 2, which is a vocabulary. Here, for example, just see, you can match the food words that you eat and food words that you see in the article to the pictures. For example, oranges. Which of these pictures is orange? Is this orange? No, perhaps that's not the orange. Can you see the orange here? So I'd like you to do those activities, comprehension and vocabulary, and send me the answers. Okay, so this is on your first attempt, and we can discuss some of the questions resulting from the value of healthy eating. What is healthy eating, and what should we eat to stay healthy when I see you in class on Friday?